You can't even get to, they got half of the street blocked off. You can't even get to it. When you was coming to church, how many churches you passed by and with so many cars it just made you sick? Yeah. It just, but righteousness pleases God. It's going to take the back seat. Now just think, in that day, in that world, it wasn't but 8 souls saved. The whole world, God destroyed the whole world. One but 8 people saved. See how righteousness has a back seat? Out of all them people, one but 8 righteous people. God said, I'll spare for 10. Oh, God. Out of all, it one but 8. Righteousness always has a backseat. Righteousness always look. People don't want to come to righteousness because people don't want to do right. But, and Nora kept telling them it's going to rain. Won't nobody hear a righteous preacher. Even the congregation that's sitting in here won't halfway hear you. We hear you, but we're going to do what we're going to do. Read, listen.
In the midst of a world sold out to doing evil, Noah stood out as a preacher of righteousness. In the midst of a world sold out to doing evil. What are we living in now? The midst of a world that's what? Sold out to doing evil. That is what we're living in right now. You better know God is getting ready to come back. Children, we do not have long. You say, y'all been saying that. We do not have long. God is coming back, saints. We don't have long. In the midst of a world sold out to doing evil. It's just ridiculous. And the churches are just sold out. I mean, we are having everything but righteousness and God's words being preached. We want programs. It's ridiculous at what they're having. They're having funky hair day. Who ever heard? Read. Although Noah pleased God, the things that God saw happening in Noah's time did not please him. God's magnificent creation, which he had endued with glory and splendor, had become corrupt through the presence of sin. After God had completed his creation, he noted it was very good. But by Noah's day, the extreme evil among his creation was disturbing. Not only had the practice of sin escalated to a frenzied pace, but sin constantly controlled mankind's thoughts.
What's happening today? You just look at people. You can just see the evil that's lurking through them. And you see men and you can just see the evil that's, when they look at you, you can just, you know what's on their mind. When women a lot, sexual just ain't nothing on people's mind, but just, oh. Oh. Lord, I ain't gonna, oh Lord have mercy. Oh, I looked down at work, I checked somebody in, and good God. When I looked up, and I said, may I, oh Jesus. You in a doctor's office, mind you, a doctor's office. My God. She, and this, anyway, evil continuously. That's all on people's mind. This, you can't even buy decent clothes anymore. It just make, you can't, they don't sell decent clothes anymore. Everything, all this is out. And you are saying you have to constantly pull. You got a pen. You look down. Oh, God.
You got to teach and preach like this if you got any kind of respect about you. But then some of us like it. Now, if you can look down and see your bra, you're seeing too much. If you look down and you see your bra, that's too much. Keep this in mind, children. If you look down and you see your bra, that's too much. We keep telling you, you're going to shout in here. And when you've been over, and you got these young men here trying to be saved, and yeah, whoa. We got to look out for each other. I'm just saying. Read. Let me go on, because we got some lot to cover.
The earth was filled with violence, and all God could see were people who had departed from his ways.
What do God see now? What does God see now? We have departed from the ways of God, from the Baptist to the Pentecostal to the Jesus. We have departed from the ways of God. Exactly. The spirit of Ichabod. We have departed from the ways of God. Honey, God's ways thrown out the window. Read.
Considering his holy character, God's reaction to the sin-infested world was predictable. He was deeply saddened by mankind's sinful condition, and his heart was filled with pain. He even wished that he had never made mankind.
God wished he had never made mankind. You know that right there, that should hurt you. It hurt God that he ever made us. And the angels questioned God. Why are you so crazy about man? Man, sin against you just treats you any kind of way. Read. Listen.
What had begun as a creation of beauty had now turned into a terrible monster.
We done turned holiness into a monster. We done turned holiness and righteousness into a monster. Okay. We looked at the flood. We done presented the flood. We done presented God's sorrow. Now we finna present God's action. See, whatever you do to God, you gonna pay. God's action. Start the second paragraph, sister.
God revealed to Noah his specific plan to carry out this judgment. He would do so through a miraculous catastrophe of epidemic proportions, a flood that would wipe out the entire population of the earth except Noah and his immediate family.
Now he was finna wipe it out. You know why? God can't stand sin. God can't stand sin, and he finna wipe it out. When sin take over, God destroy. When sin take over you. When sin take over, God destroys. God finna wipe it out. And he finna send a flood. Megan, what is he gonna send up on this generation? He said no more water, but what? Nuh-uh, look up. No more water, we say it all the time. No more, what does the rainbow represent? No more water, but. Come on, Megan. You said it, come on. No more water, but. LaMonica, no more water, but fire next time. He wiped it out with a flood this time, and you said, whoa, you think a flood bad? Let him baptize us with. It's bad enough you're going to hell.
You don't just die in hell. Your flesh burning some more, come on.
Children, do not think when you die, you just go to hell and that's it.
The fire is never quenched. It's punishment.
Okay. Read. Listen.
To prepare for this event, God instructed Noah to build an ark in which he, his family, and those who would join them would be spared. This ark was the only means through which anyone would survive the flood.
Now, this was the only way that you could be saved. What is that letting us know today? Awake, Talitha. What is that letting us know today? It wasn't but one way they could be saved. That was in the ark. Except they got in the ark, they couldn't be saved. What is